All right, why I quit social media. I'm gonna give you a quick story. And I went live like a couple minutes ago, but I'm in a desert heat right now. And it was like 120 degrees, and my phone was like, the iPhone has to cool down before you use it. That's crazy. But I just decided just to make this a regular video because it's not as long as I planned it to be anyways. But social media addiction is probably one of the worst addictions on earth. I think it could be worse than drug addiction. And I'm not just talking about like cigarettes or weed or vaping. I'm talking about like meth, heroin, that type of addiction. It could be worse for your mind and your spirit. It could be worse than alcohol addiction, porn addiction, masturbation addiction. I mean, this is a plague on this earth, man. Social media addiction. And I'll start with number one. One of the biggest issues that I seen on social media when I was using it a lot back in my younger days was the competition. It seems like everyone's trying to outdo each other, not just the average person or the regular person, but their brother or their sister, their neighbor, always trying to, it's like a competition. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, all that, man, it's all like a competition, especially for like the females, right? Like she would, a female would like always be showing her ass, it's like in a competition, like, oh, I gotta be better than her, I gotta, and a lot of people have that mindset on social media when it comes to, who has a better selfie or who has a better materialism, who has a better body, and it's all fake. Once you unplug from this matrix, this low vibrational 3D, you can see through the fake. Like you can see like, she's not showing her ass. She's not showing her body because she wants to do it. She's only doing it to compete against other people. She's only doing it to be accepted by the world. And we know, according to the scriptures, a friend of the world is an enemy against God. It's an enemy against the Most High. You start to see through it. Like, he's not smoking because he likes to smoke, or he's not selling drugs because he needs the money. He's only doing it because he wants to be like everyone else. It's a sheep mentality. It's like you're following the herd to the slaughter. I actually unplugged from social media way before I came into the truth, like way before I found the light, I guess you could say. And I just knew it was just toxic. I knew it was just a waste of time, and especially back then, like I had a strong addiction on social media. Like I was always on it, like Instagram. This is like back in like 2016. Always on Instagram, always on. Now I had a business, and my business was linked to social media, so I was like attached to it. And I could honestly say, it sucks when your business is linked to social media or it's linked to like a cell phone use. It's like a double-edged sword because, you don't have to clock in, but at the same time you're on your screen all day, and it sucks. So I would want to say that's probably one of the biggest negative things on social media. Now, social media let's also show the good side of social media. The good side of social media, you can use it to preach, you can use it to teach, shed light on this dark earth we live in. You could use it for many good things as well too. You can use it to meet like-minded people, because finding people in these times in your city or in your area that know what's really going on is extremely rare. But on social media, people who live like in Utah or Arizona, Florida, you can find them all over there, right? But in your area, your city, it's like, but like people like states where no one ever heard of, like South Dakota, you'll find them over there. But in your city, which has millions of people in it, you can't find it. But so that's why it's a good thing that social media, there's some benefits to it, but most of the part, man, or most of the time it's just demonic. Like TikTok, I think that's probably one of the worst apps, one of the worst social network apps to ever be created, bro. Like I was using TikTok when it first came out, like before it went viral, before it was mainstream, and my truth videos would get thousands of views. I think one of my first TikTok got over 50,000 views, and I didn't have any. I had that video got a lot of followers, but when I posted that, I only had like less than 100 followers, or maybe like 10. And so I was like, whoa, this is going to be the new thing. I instantly knew, like, I got 50,000 views and all my other videos were getting a lot of views. Like, I instantly knew that this is going to be the next hit because I'm over here shedding light. Just imagine those who are shedding darkness, those who are pushing the world doctrines, they're going to have millions of views. And so I instantly knew this is going to be bad. Now, I didn't think it would be really bad as it is now, but TikTok is probably one of the worst demonic social networks ever out. And we got to tap back into nature. We got to tap back into our roots. What did our ancestors do? They were on, of course, they didn't have tech. The Bible does say there's nothing new under the sun, but I'm pretty sure they were more in tune with family structure, spending time with the children. It wasn't trying to compete against someone. It wasn't trying to outdo someone. Oh, she has a bigger ass than me, or he has, a better car than me. And you got to understand, man, when you're posting your material stuff, when you're posting your blessings, whatever, you got to understand, not everyone's going to be happy for you. You have to know this, man. People are jealous and envious. They're going to have hatred towards you. Happy people are never hating, and hating people are never happy. So if you do want to share your blessings with someone, make sure it's to someone who's happy, someone who's also feeling good inside, someone who's also winning in life too. And winning in life is not just material stuff. It could just you feeling good, you being happy, you being healthy. To me, that's winning. It's not just about, I got a new car, new material stuff, because that's just temporary. All that stuff is temporary anyways. But so that's one of the biggest problems. It's just like in They Live, right? They Live. He puts on the glasses and he takes it out, right? And when he's looking without the glasses, he sees a girl. Let's say if like a girl's using social media, right? So she's looking at the phone, right? She sees a girl with like a better body than she does, right? She puts on the glasses and it says compete. Now she wants to do that. Now she wants to, take 100 pictures of the same angle, trying to get the, it's all vanity, bro. It's all vanity. Truth be told, no one gives a damn how you look. I mean, I guess these lustful men, these little boys, and that's why women are like, oh, there's no good men left. Well, what are you doing to attract? Whatever you're doing, you're always attracting the little boys. So you got to change. And I know a lot of people don't like to change because change is painful. Change might come with loneliness. It might come with you feeling alone. But truth be told, you're never alone when you have God on your side. You're never truly alone. Maybe in the flesh, when you give up, what the world's doing, drugs, partying, clubbing, and all that, you're going to find yourself alone, bro. People are not going to want to be with you when you're trying to be set apart. That's really what it is, being holy, being set apart. And people are not going to want to be in your company. Because the light that you shine, it shines forth, it shines bright, and it reveals the darkness in them. So that's why they'll separate themselves from you. But not to get off topic, though, but so social media addiction, like I said, I got off social media in 2000 and I think it was 2016, 2017. I just knew like it was just time to give it up. It was time to give it up. And, now fast forward 5 years later, I think that was probably one of the best decisions. I made a lot of good decisions in life, and I made a lot of bad ones too. But the good ones were deleting social media was definitely a positive impact in my life. I felt like I was, even before I knew the truth, like I said, I felt like I was breaking free from the program, like checking your phone every day, checking who DM'd you, checking who liked your pictures, who liked your comments, checking who viewed your story. Like, who cares, bro? Who cares, man? Like, it's just a distraction. And I found myself on my phone more than I would be reading my Bible, more than I'd be praying. And that's not good. Now everything in life, there's a balance in life. There's nothing wrong with being on your phone, seeking information. Like I said, social media could be used for a good thing. You could meet someone in the truth, like I said, from a no-name state like North Dakota, Iowa, or like Utah, stuff like that. So like you can meet like-minded people, but at the same time, it's all about a balance. Make sure you're spending time in nature, man. Make sure you're spending time without the phone screen. My sleep improved major, bro. Like, when I was always on my phone, I was only getting like 5 hours of sleep. No joke. 5 hours is terrible, bro. You need at least 6 to 7. I would say at least 7, depending on what activities you're doing in life. Like, I go to the gym, so I need at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Getting 5 hours of sleep, it might not seem like a big difference, 5 to 7, but that 2 hours makes a huge difference. And I noticed my sleep got better. And I noticed when I got back into like always being on my phone screen, whether it's on the phone or like a computer, my sleep was garbage. The first thing I did when I woke up, check who DM'd me, check who liked my post. It's just like I realized like like after a couple months, I'm like, this is like a program, bro. Like, this is not good for me, my soul, for my spirit, bro. Like, just it's like a dopamine. And once you start to break free from these little dopamines, social media addiction, porn addiction, masturbation addiction, drug addiction, all these type of alcohol addiction, once you start to break from these dopamines, these bad dopamines, because there are good dopamines too, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But once you start to break from these bad dopamines, you feel more in tune spiritually. You feel more at peace. You feel more mental clarity. And so I would definitely recommend everyone go at least 30 days without social media. See how that is for you. Now, if you're not addicted, if you're not really on your phone as much, then you probably doesn't matter to you, or just isn't a big issue to you. But those who find yourself on your cell phone, I would definitely, one thing you could do to start small, a baby before a baby walks, it has to crawl. So I would say to limit your time on social media, and then take the next step in deleting the app. You don't have to delete your account, because I know we have family we want to talk to or other stuff, right? So you could just delete just delete the app. And so I would definitely recommend that people delete the app just for a couple of days, couple of weeks, a month, or whatever, how long you need it. And I'm telling you, man, it's going to be good for your soul. You're going to start to realize in life what's real and what's fake. Social media is fake. The lifestyles you see on social media is fake. The fake happiness. I remember when I was with my exes, like we would always post like our things that we were doing, right? And like we would always be like outside of social media, right? We would always be fighting, arguing, and mad and stuff like that, whatever, right? She'd be crying. One of them was trying to suicidal. This chick was crazy, but but on social media, we're smiling, taking selfies and all that. But outside of social media, it's like she's trying to commit suicide, and so it's not real. What people are showing you on social media, guys, like it's not real. Like you might think like, oh damn, like, oh, she's traveling, he's traveling, now I gotta travel. No, there's nothing wrong with traveling. You should travel. But at the same time, don't just travel because you see someone else doing it. Do it because you want to do it. You'll actually enjoy it more. Don't just travel because, oh, I see these pictures on social media, they look so happy or look so nice. Do it because you want to go there. You have a desire to travel, not just because you see someone else doing it, because just because someone else is doing it doesn't mean you're going to like it. We're all different people. We all have different goals. We all have different likes and desires in life. Just because you see someone in a relationship doesn't mean that, oh, I got to get myself in a relationship too. No, maybe you need to spend time a season with God, with the Most High God, to get your mind, your soul, and your spirit right in check. So now I want to talk about the good dopamines too, because not every dopamine is bad. There are good dopamines. What are bad dopamines? Like I said, porn, masturbating, drugs, alcohol, excessive alcohol, social media, video games could be, it's all, like I said, it's a balance. Video games, TV, social, like all that, right? Those are bad dopamines. Good dopamines, I think one of my favorite dopamines, and this is how I was able to stop smoking weed. You have to, when you replace a bad dopamine, you got to replace it with a good dopamine, because there's a saying that you can never give up an addiction. You just find something else. So if you find something else, make sure that addiction is something good. I started going to the gym. I started lifting heavy weights, and that literally is a drug to me, like for real. And that's a good drug. It's good for my body. Now, like I said, it's a van. I don't really care like, oh, I have big muscles and stuff like that. It's really just for my mind clarity, and like I have a lot of peace when I'm at the gym. And there's times where I'll go 6 days a week. Like it wasn't even about the muscles. It was just like, bro, like my mind, it's like a drug, like you crave that high, and that's a natural high. So going to the gym, lifting heavy weights, don't just go to the gym and go on the treadmill and then you leave. You're not going to get a dopamine. You got to lift as heavy as you can. For me, heavy, like bench press would be like 235, right? But for someone else, heavy could be 50 pounds, so lift as much as you can, heavy as you can. Promise you, your sleep is going to get better. You're going to feel better. And like I said, you're going to attach more into the real spiritual world we live in. It's not going to be more of, the vanity and the carnality, pretty much. You're going to be more spiritual. Number 2 would be hiking, traveling, going out, fishing, basketball, anything that is going to uplift your body, you being in shape, you being healthy. I'm just saying the things I like to do: soccer, baseball, all that, football. But play a sport, UFC, boxing, whatever, man. That's gonna make you feel good. This is also linked to the gym as well too. Another good dopamine is eating healthy. This is something that a lot of us struggle with. But eating healthy also could be a good dopamine, because when you're eating junk food, that's a bad dopamine. That's a bad dopamine. Also, fasting is also a good dopamine too, because after you go 24 hours or 48 hours, wherever how long you're going, you're gonna feel so much better inside, and that's a good dopamine. And you're gonna feel good about yourself because you accomplished something that a lot of people can't even do. So those are some good dopamines. Another good dopamine is spending time with family, man. Like spending time with family, playing a board game with your family, with your loved ones, playing Uno, going to the park with your child or your family, whatever. That's also a good dopamine too, getting sunlight with your family, just, having a good time. So there's good dopamines out there. I mean, there's many more I could say. Reading's a great dopamine as well too. I love reading. Reading books, whatever book that you like. It doesn't always have to be the Bible. There's other good books out there. Personally, me, lately I just only been reading the Bible, but I definitely do plan on reading other books as well too. The last book I read outside of the Bible it's been years, man. But I want to start reading other books too, staying busy and stuff like that. I read the Bible already. I read the Bible 2 times already from front to back, but my goal was to read the Bible front to back every year. But this year I'm really behind on that, but we'll see. I might catch up to it. But so yeah, there's good dopamines that you could replace. Learning how to cook. Like I said, are you fishing for your food, bro? We might go into those times, guys, where the grocery stores will require the for you to get inside. So it's good to learn skills. Learning a new skill could definitely be a good dopamine, man. So definitely, yeah, man. There's definitely good things you could replace with social media addiction. A lot of people they compare their relationships to other people's relationships on social media and this and that. But like I said, guys, what they're showing you on the social media is not what it is in real life, guys. I'm telling you, bro. It's not what it seems to be, man. Social media is not real, bro. All of us have problems in life. All of us go through stuff in life. No one's perfect. No one's living a perfect, happy life. Everyone is going through trials and tribulations. Everyone's battling the flesh. Everyone is, bro. So don't let social media make you believe that everyone's living the fantasy world. The girl that you're lusting over, brother, she has a bunch of stretch marks, a bunch of marks in her body, but she's not showing you that because the filters are covering it. That girl that has a big booty through the sink or through the social media, she's only showing you a certain angle, but behind it's not really nothing. And it doesn't really matter anyways if it's small or big. It's just all vanity. But I'm just letting y'all know, when you see through it, bro, it's just it's fake. It's not real. People really have to start to love themselves, bro. It's all about self-love, man. And I know a lot of people demonize me for saying self-love, but truly, you have to love yourself. When you love yourself, you have respect for yourself. I give all glory to God and Christ for helping me fight against, masturbation and porn. But also at the same time, I think it's self-love, that I value myself. I love myself to a point where I don't want to do that because I know that's going to be destructive to my life. And, all these other bad dopamines that, like I said, I don't want to claim to be that I'm perfect. I struggle as well with other dopamines, but at the same time, I got to continue fighting, and through the grace of God, through the love of God, to continue, keeping this race, walking this race, running this race, and fighting the good fight, and doing what God has, my purpose. This is also a good dopamine too, making these videos and planting truth in people's minds. When people are like, Mark, your videos help me out so much. I had someone say that, my videos helped them from them committing suicide, bro. Wow, that's crazy, and all that type of stuff, man. That's a good dopamine. Keeps me going. And helping people, that's also a good dopamine too. You going on the streets and you give them, the homeless money, you giving them water, you giving them food. That makes you feel. It makes your soul feel good, bro. That's a good dopamine as well too. Wow, I helped someone. It's not even you though. It's God. Because it's God who gives. It's God who gives and He takes. So it's not even you. Once you get a little bit more spiritual, you realize it's not me giving to the homeless. It's God. God's just using me. Just like God's using me to make this video. And I guarantee at least one person watching this video is going to delete social media for a certain amount of time. And they're gonna realize wow, they're gonna feel them being set free from the bondage, to social media bondage, bro. Social media also could be a form of idolatry when you're always using it. It could be idolatry too, brothers and sisters. So understand that, man. What are you putting first in your life, man? If the first thing you do when you wake up is check your phone and not pray and, not think about God, not meditate on the scripture, that's not good. Now, if it's one day, it doesn't matter. But if it's an everyday thing, that's a problem, and we just got to start praying more and being more in tune with the Spirit. The Spirit being the Holy Spirit. So yeah, man, the social media addiction, it's real. We gotta give it up, man. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword because it could be good and it could be bad, but that's why I gave it up mostly. It's distractions. It's all competition, ego, pride, low vibrations. Whenever I'm on social media for more than like 5-10 minutes, I feel my vibrations get low, bro. Like really low. Now I'll use social media to share my videos. That's the only reason why I didn't delete my account. But even then I'm thinking like, who cares? I'm only getting like 30, 40 more views sharing on social media. Like, is it really worth it? Nah, it's not. So definitely gonna have to make that decision real soon. I just feel free, man. I really feel free. It's been 3-4 years. I was using social media when I was speaking truth on my End Times TV Instagram account. And ever since then, I gave that up. Like, I still have my account up because I still see people liking the stuff on there, even stuff I've been posting there in years, like consistently, in like almost 2 years or almost a year, 2 years, whatever. And there's a lot of things that people could learn from. So I didn't delete that account, but yeah, pretty much, man. Spend some time in nature. Spend some days without your phone. And I'm telling you, man, you're gonna tap in, bro, to spirituality. You're gonna get out of your carnal desires, It's gonna be hard. Just like when you give up drugs, when you give up alcohol, you give up porn, masturbation, you're gonna fight. And whenever you give up something, you're gonna find yourself like checking your pockets or where's my phone at? It's gonna do that's how I was gonna be in the beginning. And just know you're breaking free from the program. Because social media addiction is a program, man. It's the matrix. Anything that's a bad dopamine that keeps you plugged in, tapped in. You always posting every day. Why are you always posting every day? Now, if you have a business, I can understand, I guess, but just posting selfies or like your material stuff, bro, who cares, bro? Like, get out of the matrix, man. Get out of the program and be free, man. Be free. Like I said, it's a lot of peace, not being on social media. Like I said, you don't have to fully delete your account. You can still post here and there, but don't be like attached to it. Don't be like, I gotta be on this all day, because it's just really a vanity and a waste of time, man. It really is. And like all this time that I use on social media back in the days, like I could have used that to read my Bible. I could have used that to free myself, because the truth sets you free. But I'm over here keeping myself trapped by and these social media is created by fallen angels, by the way, guys. This is fallen angel technology. This is a satanic beast system technology. TikTok, Instagram. They control who's in the algorithms. They control who they want you to watch. The guy who's the most viewed on YouTube is a transgender, and he's putting on makeup, and he's the most viewed on YouTube. It's all by design, guys. We know who's in control of this world. The earth has been given over to the wicked. And yeah, just like on YouTube forces you to make videos every day for you to be on the algorithms. Like, and if I noticed, like I've been on vacation, right, for the past week. And I went live a couple minutes ago. Like I said, my phone was overheating, so I had to end that live. And for like the first 10 minutes, there was only like 8 people in there. But usually whenever I'm consistently live when I'm back at home, I would have, within 10 minutes, I'll have like 20, 30 people in there. So it's like this system forces you to always be making videos, always be, active. There's no breaks. But nah, you need to take breaks, man. I don't really care about, YouTube and its money. I could care less, bro. Like, if this is taken away from me tomorrow, I wouldn't care. And yeah, man. And pretty much there's that. I noticed that, YouTube, it forces, and other social medias too, they force you to be active, so you get pushed in the algorithms. You always be making videos, and there's always a time for everything. Like, YouTube's the only social media I use, and I feel like this is needed. Like I said, traveling, like you really see, like, because your schedule's not the same when you're back at home. You have a different schedule, and there's more free time when you're on vacation. You have more time to think, especially when you're alone. And it's just like, wow, like, maybe there's things I have to learn. And the Bible even says a man who travels gains much wisdom and knowledge. So, yeah, I don't want to make this, this is already too long, 24 minutes, but I just want to ramble, man. It's good to take breaks from social media, because it could be just as addicting as, like I said, drugs, alcohol, sex, porn, all that, right? So, always a time for everything under this sun. And y'all stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.